I am sitting here in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it until you're gonna see people start walking past here in the back. But today I want to talk about the difference between getting and giving. And there's a huge difference between the two. And it's very applicable on work, on making money, on all this type of stuff. And I feel like a lot of people are focused on the wrong things, and they are stuck in a hamster wheel of trying to get somewhere all the time. Well, it's actually not gonna happen. It's actually doesn't gonna happen like that. And to attract the things you want, it's a different energy. Um, but let's get into it. So, getting versus giving. What is getting? Getting is the energy level, vibration, or mindset, let's say, and most people get stuck in. And it's like, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do some work, I'm gonna start a dropship store in order to make 10k a month. I'm gonna I want to make money, I want to buy a nice car, I want to get something, I want to buy nice clothes, I want to get on vacation. You have all these goals, all these material goals of things you want to get, things you want to get. And in essence, there's not too much wrong with it. I also have things I want to get. Um, but when the focus is purely on getting, um, the work you create is not ultimately as valuable as it could be, and probably not even close to as valuable as it could be. So, an example of this, let's say in my life, honestly, so I've been really like that. I've been in e-commerce, like drop shipping, but then with stock. For people who don't really know what e-commerce is, it's like I used to sell products online, supplements, on a web shop, on Facebook ads, everything like that. So, and it was a good business. It was a nice business. I've learned a lot of entrepreneurial skills from it. But the thing is, I was always focused on, okay, how can I make money with this? The main goal was how to make money with this, and I feel like a lot of people's main goal is that. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm going to create a product, and I'm going to create some marketing, and I'm going to create all these things, but I really want to get somewhere else. So the only reason why I'm doing these things is because I want to get somewhere else. I want to get the money. So I'm creating this product, I'm creating this brand in order to get money from the customers. What do the customers want? They want this. Oh, I'm making this. But I was not making it because I want to give something to the customers. I wasn't very, very motivated about creating the best product I could make, by sourcing everything, by making an amazing thing that people would want to buy. No, the focus wasn't on that. The focus was on how can I make something as quick as possible, as that's gonna sell. It's gonna fucking sell. That I can make money from it, so I can get money from it, so I can get a nice car, everything like that. And if you focus on it like that, the process of making it becomes secondary. The process of making the product and creating the value becomes secondary, because the main focus is on what you can get out of it. And let's say you're a painter. Then you can really see how I drive this point home. Let's say you're an artist, a creative artist, and you're making a painting, and you're like, oh, I'm making this painting again so it can finally be done, and I can sell it, and I can get money out of it. Painters and artists don't work like that. They create something because they want to create it. They're like creative in the process. They're in the very moment of creating it, really enjoying it, thinking about what can be different, what can be done, and then eventually they create a masterpiece, because they're so in tune with creating something beautiful, that the thoughts of what they can get out of it is completely secondary. It's just in that moment about the creation until your best ability. And that is the only focus of like an artist who creates like a masterpiece, or like someone who creates amazing work, someone who writes a big best-selling book. Like, people who really are masters in their field, they don't focus on, oh, I'm just going to make this so I can get something out of it. No. they focus on the creation, and what they can get out of it, they don't even think about it, they don't even care about it, or it's just secondary to them. Just like if I would create this YouTube video, if I would be in the mindset right now of like, okay, I'm just going to create this YouTube video quickly, I'm just going to make a script, I'm just going to put this out of here, talk this video, and then after 15 minutes or something, it's going to be done, and I'm going to get views out of it, and from these views I can get money out of it. You see, if I would have that, I would talk from my whole tone of voice would be different, because I would want to make this quickly. I wouldn't really care about providing value. I would just be reading up some things. You see how the creation of this whole video would be way less valuable, because it wouldn't even be about creating value in this video. It wouldn't be about creating my best piece of work in this video. It would just be about the results I can get from it. And eventually we then forget about the whole creative power we have when we are really in a process of creating something, you know. If you want to take it a bit spiritually, we are in this world of creation, you know. Everything around you is created. You can also create. And if you are creating from purely the joy of the creation itself, the giving itself, what can I create, what can I give, how much value can I give, then you're gonna make it from a way more pure way. You're gonna make something way more pure, because it's not about the result, what you can get out of it. It's just about the creation of it, the creation process. So if we talked about getting, you know, and then we're going to talk about giving. So what ultimately is giving? Giving is creating as much value as you can, because you're focused on the value creation. You don't even necessarily need to focus on like, what are people going to think about it? Is what I'm going to give them valuable? What I'm giving is your best attempt to make something good, and completely losing yourself in the process of making it. Artists, the best artists who make the best songs, are also not really, let's say, focused on what the audience is going to think about the music, but rather they're in a creative state of like, I am making the best song that I am currently capable of making. And if you create your best, people are gonna like it. People are gonna feel that, you know, if you're focused on that. So if you focus on giving, let's say, how do you know you are really giving, like honestly, you know? Because you can give. I also, with my e-commerce brand, I was like, yeah, I want to give something to the people, you know. I want to give a nice product, but that was just a lie. It was just like, oh, I want to give something, but I honestly didn't feel from deep down inside that I wanted to give them this supplement product, because I didn't even really use it myself, you know. I wouldn't even buy it myself. I wasn't really interested in it, you know. I wasn't even the target audience myself, you know. So I didn't feel that much relation with it. So how do you know you are giving? How do you know you are giving? First of all, you're not focused on getting. Second, you follow your highest excitement. What are you excited about to create? That's an important one. What would you want to create? If what you can get out of it is secondary, you know? Of course, it's amazing to build something scalable, something that can help a lot of people on scale, like online, and you can make a lot of money from as well, you know? Nothing wrong with making money or the ambition to making money, but the focus needs to be on the creation of value. What are you excited about? That's a good question. What do you feel excited about? What would you... And it's a process of getting into it, right? You don't know it immediately, probably. So what do you get? What would you be excited about? And giving can also be what have you gone through yourself? What have you overcame yourself where you can help people with? You know? That's a pure form. What have you gone through yourself that you can help people with? Because then you are yourself also the target audience, so you can really think about what you can give them. And what do you want to give? You know? What would you want to give? Think about that. After this video, grab a journal, pen and paper, just 5 minutes. What would you want to give? First, you can also start. Well, I'm not going to go into that. Other point is money and giving. So, what is money? Money is something people give you, you know. And if you look at the universe as like a reflection, people say it's a mirror. What you give, you get back. What you give is what you receive. What you put out into the world is the thing you get back. It's reflection. If you have the energy of really giving something valuable, first of all, you create the most valuable thing you can create. If it's also a problem you solved yourself, you know what your target audience wants because you've been there. So you create as valuable product as possible to someone you understand, and you give it to them from a pure intention of enjoying the process of creation, and then you give. You know, you give it. And if you give and you get back what you give, people are also going to give you the money. That's just the energy of giving. You give something, people give you something, and that giving can be in the form of money. That's the way we do transactions nowadays, right? With money. So it's just on the same vibration, the giving vibration. If you're on the getting vibration, it's very difficult to get money, because people who give you money, they don't give you it with the energy with that getting energy. So it's different. You know, I've been 4 years trying to get money, and all the time when we almost got money, is we fucking got an invoice again, we lost it again, we you know, it was, and eventually we never really got there, as in we never really had a sustainable way of really making good money. I've made money from it, and I lived a beautiful life traveling around the world already, and I'm only 21. But ultimately always the money disappeared because we were too focused on getting it. And when you are too focused on getting it, you see that the value of the product you create is secondary. You don't really care about the people that are going to buy it from you, so you're going to make mistakes. And also it's like you work from this energy of being hurried, of being stressed, of you know, you are here right now, but you want to get somewhere else, because then you can get what you really want. So your whole life, your whole working life is all about getting somewhere else. And that's a whole nother story, because then you're like, when are you gonna really start enjoying, you know? You are really not able, because you're so focused on the hurried, stressed mindset of getting somewhere. Well, if you're more in the relaxed mindset of okay, being relaxed, being present, creating from this present, and being one with this, you know, with this source of creativity, and then creating something you really want to give, and something that's really valuable. In that way, the whole creation process is just way better. The giving process is way better, and I believe is what I'm testing out right now. Also, people will give you money in advance. Hopefully, people will give you money because they see what you have is so valuable, and people want to buy valuable things that's perceived value to them, that has a perceived value to them. So if you create a lot of value, people see you have value, and if you then create an offer around the product you sell, it is also very likely to be selling out. Well, this was the video on getting versus giving, and also one key point to keep in mind is if you're open to giving, you're also open to receiving. So that's very beautiful about it. You start receiving. If you start giving, you start receiving finally, and you receive the things you actually want to receive. And maybe then you found out it wasn't even really about the money, or really about the thing you thought it was about. But we'll figure that out later. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You smash that like button down below. I always hate it when creators do that. Like, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe on this channel so you hit the post notifications and never miss another video. Well, if you feel like it, you can do it, but also not. See you guys later.